One husband, one wife, one child from a model family. Who wouldn't want a family like Riley's and Inside Out, right? You can see happiness in their eyes all the time. But is that really the case? I mean, we can't be sure of anything, can we? It's just what Disney wants us to see. So, about the other side. Hello, dreamers. Inside Out 2 is coming back, and we're here again to theorize about it for more views. To see joy, sadness, anger, and the mean girl discussed, we only have to wait a little bit longer. So let's warm up with some theories. Today's topic will be, Riley's family is not happy as you think? Let's find out together. Maybe when we watched the movie, we all saw Riley had a happy family, with parents who were always patient and understanding towards her. A typical American family, right? But is everything really as it seems? Remember, we are watching the movie from Riley's perspective and the emotions in her head, so things might be distorted in some way through the eyes of an 11-year-old. So is this family truly happy?
Fire! That's it. Go to your room.
I must admit, Riley's parents are very good parents.
You kidding? I'm not missing one. Go, Foghorn!
Go, Riley!
Oh.
Okay, I gotta go.
But in their romantic relationship with their partner, we can't be so sure. They might not be good spouses, but could they be good at hiding it? First, let's look at Riley's mom's emotion. Unlike her daughter Riley, the control center in Judy Anderson's head is calm and looks sophisticated. All the emotions have seats and control things quite gently. You could say this is the result of the development of a person's character. After experiencing many ups and downs in life, Judy's mind is now very calm and compassionate, which is reflected in the setting of her control center, as well as the dressing and behavior of the emotions there. To prove this, we can compare it with the control centers of other people, like the mind of the boy who had a crush on Riley at the end of the movie. His mind is full of adolescent chaos, so his control center looks very dark and full of alarm lights. Or take Riley's own case. Her control center was also revamped and the control panel upgraded after she overcame family issues.
Ooh, upgrade.
Hey, ho-ho. Whoops, wait, did I just do that?
Back to Judy, besides the chill vibe of her control center, one detail that stands out to everyone is that the leading emotion of Judy isn't joy but sadness. You're curious too, right? She married a decent husband, has a lovely daughter. Except when Riley lost joy, that was a tough time. So why is her life filled with sadness? And how can sadness be leading everyone? Remember, emotions represent different aspects of the person's feelings, and their personalities are largely influenced by that, like anger, who can laugh and feel sad. But most of the time, he is hot-tempered and fiery. Fear or disgust can show other expressions, but mostly exhibit the emotions they represent. Even sadness can smile, and joy is felt despair when at the bottom of the pit. But generally, most of the time, the emotions clearly represent the feelings they embody. But what about Judy's emotions? They aren't like that. The only emotion of Judy that shows a bit of the emotion it represents is anger.
For this, we gave up that Brazilian helicopter pilot?
We see Judy's anger showing some discontent while talking to her husband and mentioning the pilot. But it's just a bit of discontent, not too much, and not overly angry. The other emotions act almost the same, handling situations very rationally without showing too much emotion. And where does this calmness come from? I think it comes from sadness. Why? In Inside Out, we see that sadness is the only emotion who can speak calmly and slowly.
Crying helps me slow down and obsess over the weight of life's problems.
Fear and disgust always argue, and anger is always irritable. Joy, of course, can't be calm and slow.
Now hold on. But we all have our off days, you know.
So we propose a theory that because sadness has been the dominant emotion for so long, her way of speaking and acting has influenced all the other emotions. Relating this to Riley, we see that when joy is in charge, she directs the other emotions, making everyone get along well and mostly happy, without much arguing.
Going into REM.
But when joy is away from the control center, fear, anger, and disgust return to their true natures. They argue and make emotional and stupid decisions. Or look at the bus driver. He has 5 angers of different colors. Maybe he's been irritable for so long that the other emotions gradually took on anger's shape. What has he been through, really? From here, we can see that putting one emotion in charge affects all the surrounding emotions greatly. But the issue here is joy has been Riley's dominant emotion since she was born until she turned 11, approximately 11 years. So how long has Judy had to be sad to make her control center like that? Just imagining it feels terrible, right? And remember, even in the trailer for Inside Out 2, sadness is still the dominant emotion for Judy. So, could it be that they are hiding something from Riley? Let's move to Riley's dad, Bill Anderson. Yes, without a doubt, Bill's dominant emotion is anger. Bill's control center looks like a government office, kind of CIA surveillance center or something. Generally very dark and dangerous looking. At first glance, I thought Bill might be a soldier or a cop, but thinking again, he seems more like an ordinary office worker. The kind who always has sudden appointments and trips. Hi, it reminds me of my dark office days.
The investor's supposed to show up on Thursday, not today. I gotta go.
It's okay. We get it.
You're the best. Thanks, hon. See you, sweetie.
Back to the main point. Bill's main emotions are anger and fear, and he commands everything. Unlike other control centers like Riley's, where whoever touches the control panel changes Riley's emotions. But Bill's anger is just the commander, not directly controlling. Anger's right-hand man, and perhaps his closest subordinate, is fear. Bill's emotions are disciplined and well-trained, so that they don't show too much emotion, even anger. So we see Bill's main emotions are anger and fear. What can we deduce from these facts? A wife always sad and a hot-tempered husband with fears. The only thing I see from these facts is an unhappy family. A hot-tempered husband and a sorrowful wife. Isn't that how you describe a family with domestic violence? Maybe Bill, under work and life pressure, let anger become the dominant emotion and abused his wife, causing sadness to become Judy's dominant emotion. But the problem is this abuse has been going on for a long time, roughly around 10 years, because as we see in Riley, that's enough time for a dominant emotion to influence the surrounding emotions. But there's also a good side. No, I'm not saying domestic violence is good, it's terrible and should be eradicated. But I mean, having sadness and anger as dominant emotions has a silver lining. As seen in the first movie, sadness is the only emotion capable of empathy.
I bet you and Riley had great adventures.
Oh, they were wonderful.
An energetic person like Joy always tries to make everyone happy, but cannot empathize and console Bing Bong. But sadness can. So empathy is a branch of sadness, and empathy is essential for a mother. Similarly, for anger, we see anger as the character who makes decisive decisions, though not all decisions are good. Anger gives the sense he's ready to stand up and protect his family. A decisive man who always protects his family will obviously be a great father, as is proven by Riley's good view of her parents. However, I think this relationship might change in the next movies. Riley will face numerous teenage issues, including possibly her parents' separation. After enduring all these years, Riley's mom might decide to leave in Inside Out 2. Parents tend to stay together until their children grow up. It seems Riley has reached that age. Overall, if this really happens, it would be an important plot twist in Inside Out 2. Quite interesting, right? And that's our entire theory on the topic. Is Riley's family really happy? Fascinating, isn't it? If you also like this theory, comment with the number 1. If you disagree and have a better theory, and if you have any interesting theories you want us to cover, feel free to share them below. I'm Lander from Theory Hub. Have a great day.